Hello, Aries. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, my little Aries friends, we are going to do your current and your future archetypal energy, my little fireball babies. And we're going to do all oracle decks. That's the theme today. So, I feel like I'm kind of spacey. I had like a good nap. I had a good nap after I did Pisces. I'm wide awake, but I just kind of feel like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes you have an afternoon nap. He's kind of like all flowy. Ooh. So I feel a little bit like that, Aries. So I actually kind of feel more open to doing reading than when I've been on a nap. So let's see where this goes. Sorry, card looked like it was going to fall over. All right, so let's get started. Current and future. It is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate with you, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. And in the extended, we're going to look at in-between energy because this is current and future. And in the in-between, we'll look at personal challenges, distractions to be aware of, and areas to focus on. So right now, Aries, my little fireball babies, let's get started. I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm not tired. When you wake up. I've been awake for a little bit though. All right, Aries. Current and future energy for Aries. Currently, you have mediator, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. That's interesting. I have not seen this card in a while. It's kind of like you're an in-between energy for something. It could be something going on in your life. It could have something to do with what's going on in your life professionally and personally. Or you could be kind of helping both people to see both sides of some sort of situation to be seen here. So you are the mediator right now. You are the voice of reason. How scary does the world have to get when Aries is the voice of reason? I'm just joking, Aries. You guys know I'm an Aries too, so I just josh you because I want to. But no, Aries, if anything, actually, it kind of means that maybe things have gotten to a point where, we better listen. We better listen to someone who has a very fresh, new, young perspective on things. Being the baby of the zodiac. In the future, seeker, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. I'm tired with their shit. I'm going to go find my own shit. This is that. What did I see a reader? It's like reminds me of the Eight of Cups. And I can't remember her name now. She's been popping up in my feed. It's kind of funny. And she says, this is the noticing how good my butt looks as I walk away. So she was calling the Eight of Cups, something like that. It's kind of like that. Like, I'm out of here now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. At the bottom, you have monk, nun, selfless devotion, and single-minded dedication to spirit. And then it's reversed. Huh. I think to the spirit of others and then to the spirit of your own is kind of what I would say. Let's keep building on this. I'm going to keep building it. You know what I like too about this? Like the mediator isn't even looking to see who's there. Not even looking. Not even, like it's not important. It's just kind of like, oh, what did I do? It's like hearing both sides of the story. Well, yeah. Hearing both sides of the story without any bias in terms of who these people are or what the situation is. So I'm going into my Doggy Wisdom Oracle deck here. I'm going to get a card to go with both of these. This really has the feeling of like a traveling guru or a traveling, like it's kind of like you're doing something, but then I will keep going. Like you're looking for your own light, looking for your own information. This almost feels like a pit stop. Pit stop. Looking for helping someone else. Like what you discover in your own journey, you can help here. Somewhere at work or at home. Responsibility. Wow. You're taking on like this responsibility. Responsibility for others, right? This is quite an interesting energy for Aries. Oh, loneliness. Who had this in the same spot? I think it was Aquarius. But gosh, that would make sense because it's like the Eight of Cups. Like thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Like this is a journey you have to take on your own. Is what that feels like. Concentration is at the bottom. I feel like you're all paying attention. What's Cindy saying? I'm going to the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to pull out more cards here to develop your current and your future. I didn't do it for Pisces, but I'm being called to do it for you, where I pull out one of these cards to sit on top of each one of these piles. And then I'm going to go into like, what have you been working on? What have you been healing? What is starting to blossom currently? And then in your future, what will you finish working on? What will be healed and what will be ready for you to harvest is what I'm going to discover with these. But I'm feeling intrigued and called to put a card on top of each one of these. That is really interesting. Like this is like on your own here, seeking something. I burnt myself up north and I've been putting cream on it because I want to keep the scab on as long as possible. It just got real itchy on me. It got real itchy. All right. Let's get a card for each one of these as well as the next three. Typically I would use tarot at this point, but I was called to use these. Some of you too, you could honestly be mediating like your own kids because this is like an adult dog with little kids here. So mediating your own children, like being the in-between. Oh, lust. But now maybe it's not your kids. Or that's interesting. No, maybe it is. For some of you, I don't know. It feels like you're trying to deal with, some of you, you're trying to deal with someone else's problems over here. And it could be like, maybe you could be dealing with teenagers or young adults that are going through like a lot of feelings of lust. Gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. I mean, you could be dealing with your own lust in terms of personal and professional life, those not coming together. In the future, status. I think it feels like you're walking away from stuff here. You're walking away from some sort of status. Or whatever you're doing, you're not seeking status, that's for sure. You're going like the road less traveled. What have you been working on currently? Generosity. This is Jupiter in Leo. Oh, that's really interesting. Look at this. This is almost like being that mediator. What y'all are doing. What have you been healing? Negotiation. It's funny. Negotiation. This is like balancing things that you need to deal with in life. But I can't, this is so fast. Okay, let me pull out the next card. The hand gestures on these are really interesting. What is starting to blossom? Idealism. Oh, this is interesting. This is Sun and Aquarius energy. So what's starting to blossom here are unique ideas. The idea of, the concept of some of these ideas. What I find intriguing is the hands here in these images. You see the hands of the mediator, like they're out, like this, or that, or I don't know how, yeah, I guess like this. And then I just see here, like again, putting hands out. You're giving of yourself here, and again, like the hands that are out. I feel like giving of yourself, giving resources of yourself here, and also balancing different levels of your life and definitely personal and professional. Maybe you're attracted to someone at work. You're really working on your generosity, like giving. Oh, sorry, we have the future too. So what will you finish working on? Fulfillment. That's interesting. This card has been going all over the place. It came out as flatulence for Aquarius. So fulfillment, you're going to finish working on your fulfillment here. Your ship is coming in. It has a really sort of like 3 of Wands energy, but beyond that, because there's already a big money bag here. What will be healed? Affair. Oh, you got lust over there. I don't know what some of you are up to. What will be ready to harvest? Choice. Oh. It's funny. Sometimes I find, oh, health. Health is at the bottom. Looking after thyself. Looking after yourself, eating well, getting lots of sleep and rest and naps. I need some water. Actually, that's funny because she's drinking water. I'm not drinking water. She's eating a berry or something. Okay, Aries. Now, you know what I want to say? This kind of looks like Aries putting their fiery little self on hold. This is Venus in Aries. That's the 4 of Wands. Venus in Aries is the energy of the 4 of Wands. So it is a time of celebration, but look at the lust. I mean, there's a volcano erupting. This lizard has got its tongue out. This chameleon holding up this naked woman. It is very lusty. And it doesn't really come through though. So I want to say it's something like it's a very passionate part of you that you're kind of putting off to the side. You're dealing with the more responsible things in life right now. And I think for some of you, you're definitely negotiating. I don't know. I can't help but think that for some of you, you might have like a couple of children and you're sort of being the mediator between them right now. Like it's almost as if you can't deal with your own stuff. I mean, it really feels like what this energy is. All over the place, right here currently, because you're being generous, you're negotiating, you're mediating, I feel like lust, if it's your own, maybe it's your own sex life, it's your own dating life, whatever that could be, that kind of feels like it's been put on hold for all of this responsibility stuff going on over here. But see, what's starting to blossom is idealism. So I think like the energy is moving forward to something more ideal because it's just like kind of like, whoa, what energy is this? This is not like typical Aries energy really anywhere except for the lust. I'd be picking up. Yeah. And like, that's the only one that you're actually signed is here. Like that's the only one. The one that feels like it's being suppressed, it's being hidden, is the Aries. Here we have Leo. Here we have Libra. Here we have Aquarius, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Taurus. So it kind of feels like you've got to deal with some other things right now, and you are. You're being very responsible, is what Aries is. In the future, I see you actually achieving some things here because of that. And it's kind of funny because it's not how I would typically see Aries achieving things, because Aries is like, make a plan, go and do it, got it done. That's kind of the Aries energy. Where this is like, put that on hold, let that set. I got to work on this for this person. I got to do this. This is the right thing to do. But it's almost as if indirectly that is actually having an effect over here in the future for you. So what will you finish working on is fulfillment. Like there's something that's coming in. I want to say for you financially, if you've been working on your finances, I think you'll kind of reach to what you wanted to reach. If you've had, I don't know, like maybe for some of you too, like maybe maybe you work in sales and you're negotiating with someone here. Like literally negotiation. You've had to be a little more generous with your time. You're mediating. Maybe there's between, maybe you're working with two other elements of the company, maybe like with your boss and with whoever you're being a rep for. Yeah, you're kind of like the in-between energy of other things that are going on around you. And there is a bit of a sense of self-sacrifice, I guess. Like everybody goes in and out of that energy, and I feel like that's what you're in. Now, what will be healed is affair. Now, this is interesting because this is Venus in Leo. And you've got this Venus in Aries, so lust and affair. You put the two of them together and you have a lusty affair. Oh, so there you go. I actually feel like I have to clarify some of this for Aries. I always find, yeah, my own sign is hard. Maybe because I always try to see if there's something in it for me. And when I don't, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. It's interesting. So, but then we have Mars and Libra. So what will be ready to harvest? Now, Mars is your planetary energy, but Libra is obviously not you. So this is really funny because this reminds me of this Aquarius. We're finding justice. You know, looks like who you see as justice in the tarot card. And we've even got all the stars down here, which usually are ringing around the head of justice. But there's someone extra kind of looking at that scale. Are you sure that's right? Like, let's make sure. I think you should measure that again. I don't think that karmic cycle is fair. So you'll be ready to harvest some sort of choice here. You may be allowing yourself to have more choices in the future by the energy that you're in right now. It almost feels as if there's a lot going on here. Like this right here, this seeker, thirst for wisdom, truth, wherever they are. It does feel like if you've been putting your time and resources more towards other people, other groups, you're going to have more time for yourself here. Again, this loneliness, I can't remember who that came up with. Was it Pisces or Aquarius? I can't remember, but it doesn't feel emotional. Like I'm so sad and lonely. It just feels like you're not sharing your energy outside of yourself much in the future. I'm going to use a teeny tiny tarot deck. Because the status is interesting. Are you walking away from status? You could be walking away from status. It could be the status of a job. Maybe some of you are going on vacation. Or if you're finally wrapping something up at work that you've needed to, like this balance. Fairness in personal and professional life. If you've been putting a lot more into your professional life, I see you in the future giving yourself more time personally. What is this status card for Aries? It's the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Now it's kind of interesting that comes out with the seeker and the loneliness. So it's almost like an ending to any, there's an ending to some sort of emotional beginning. What is the loneliness card for Aries in the future? The Hermit and the Nine of Swords. Wow, yeah, okay. The Hermit, the Seeker. Okay, it's almost as if some of you, I don't know, maybe some of you are going on some sort of like a spiritual retreat in the future. You could just be going away somewhere. Like maybe you're going camping, you're going into the woods, you're taking your phone off the hook. But it almost feels like to rest your mind. Like there's Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords here. So you may have really been using your mind to help other people here, like currently. So the mediator, what is this mediator? The Strength card and Temperance. I think you've been at this for a bit of a hot minute. So you've definitely been persevering here. This has been testing your strength, your own self-control too. It's interesting. I gotta, I gotta ask about lust. Ask about the last card, Aries. It's interesting though, because in one of the decks, I think it's the Good Tarot, the Strength card is called Lust. But yet it's not here because we have, this is more like Four of Wands. So it's about like putting off celebration, putting celebration off for yourself, but it's lust. What is this lust for Aries? Two of Wands. Oh, jeez. Two of Wands, the Moon, and the Ten of Cups. I don't know. I feel like y'all are talking back to me since, I don't know, Cindy, I don't know what that is anymore. I haven't seen it. I don't know where it is. It's unknown. I look out the window. There's nothing there but the moon. I see nothing. Maybe one day. Oh, Aries. It's so funny. Well, yeah, right now, there's no lust. Maybe make that the title of your reading. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's look at affair. Because that's what will be healed in the future. Is affair. Affair. This will be healed in the future for Aries. I'm not going to tell you too much. The High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. So what you don't know, you're going to know. Because right now, it's a no. I look out my window. I only see the UPS guy, and that's not enough for me right now, Cindy. I'm sorry. I see nothing. Is there a Ten of Cups? Is there emotional fulfillment out there with someone else? I don't know. I kind of feel, it almost feels like putting your love life, putting your personal life on hold for other things here. That's what's going on for you, Aries. Let's look at the fulfillment. This is like the money bags coming in. All right. Money bags. You and your bag of money. That's all you need to know about in the future. You and your bag of money. Fulfillment for Aries. What will you finish working on? The Ace of Wands. Oh, see, well now you're getting a lot of new beginnings here. It really feels like what drives you, your passion here. Your passion and your drive. Your passion and your drive has not been directed to like, let's say, more carnal things. It's been directed more towards more practical things. And look it's making money. It's going to make you money. So keep doing that. Yeah, the Ace of Cups and ending to that. So, but because this seeker feels like the Eight of Cups. So the one thing that I see you walking away from is emotional beginnings in the future. There's no emotional beginnings. You got a lot of other new beginnings going on here, and they're creating like real progress for you. And maybe it could even be like an emotional burnout. You know, if you've been dealing with other people on things, you put a lot of your own mind and feelings. Like this can become a personal thing. I'm really getting like someone been working on a sale for a long time for something. That's really coming up like maybe it's what did we talk about back in the day when I want to say work, because this is work. What was the term for, you know, it's it's a sale for something that would be a national, there we go, like a national sale. So if you were going to take on like a big company, bring that into your company, provide some sort of service or product. And so I'm kind of like something like Tim Hortons or McDonald's or something like that. Some sort of, so you've kind of worked on something locally and been working on something nationally. Like this feels like big and longly drawn out with the Temperance card. So it like, I really do feel like there's a type of emotional burnout from this because you've put a lot of yourself into it. And not having like anything emotionally of yourself to give to anybody. Like it's just needing to take a time out. I don't see you here. Like if you are getting some sort of achieving some sort of success here, whether, you know, starting a new job, mediator. And if I think about the mediator, this person has to take on a lot from other sides. You have to take on everything from both sides and kind of alchemize it, temperance, and then kind of put it back out there, but fairly and equally. So I see you more like off on your own, like sitting on the deck having a beer or a Kool-Aid, whatever that is, and just chilling out, like not engaging in too much beyond anything, like nothing emotional here. I don't see you doing anything emotional. What is the choice for you to harvest? Like this is for you to harvest. Some sort of choice for you to harvest in the future. Oh, that's a good harvest. That goes from the 10 of Wands to the 6 of Wands. So releasing a heavy burden here and having success finally. Well, maybe that's where the lust and the affair comes in. I don't know. Oh, that's interesting, Aries. Yeah, I don't see you in an energy that is typically yours. It's kind of like, I see Aries as the energy of someone who, you know, back in like 500 years ago, it's time to go discover new lands. Who wants to work on this ship? We don't know, might go off the edge of the earth, but all right, I'm see Aries like, I'm going. But the world today is not so conducive to Aries energy. Like it really has to be kind of fine-tuned and placed into little positions and allowed to develop that way. It's not so raw as what it could have been in other cultures. And I to be honest, like that's kind of what I'm seeing here. You're utilizing your energy in a way that's not quite so raw. It's a little more fine-tuned, but there is definitely, because of that, I feel like there's a sense of, you know, I don't know about a little bit of suppression, but definitely fatigue, almost like exercising one muscle more than another. And you're going to get a break from that going into the future. Yeah. Well, let's see the idealism and then I'll go idealism. Oh, the 10 of Pentacles. What is starting to blossom for you? Well, that's pretty good. I told you. Like, there's really good stuff here. It's just a really funny way to get to it. Yeah. There's really, really good stuff here, Aries. But it's kind of like you weren't able to take the fast track or the direct route. You had to take this detour, and then you had to go over here, and then around the corner, and then up again, and then over here, and about again. And just kind of think, okay, I'll persevere. I'll keep doing that. I'm going to keep doing that. And there you go. And then look what you get at the bottom. You get the King of Wands. Yeah, like really owning this shit, but doing it in a very unique way. This is a very unique way to utilize fire. Very flexible. I would say too that like if a lot of you are Aries sun, that you're utilizing more like your moon, your rising, maybe even your Venus in different aspects. Now, if you have Aries in other placements, I think you're kind of like if you're, I don't know, let's say you're a Taurus sun, but you're an Aries moon. I feel like you're really utilizing your Taurus sun energy and this other part of you's been held back. That's what that really feels like to me. Like the really stereotypical Aries elements have had to have been utilized in a very different way here. But it's actually producing like awesome success. It just almost feels like anticlimactic reading in a really funny way. Like these are great cards, but just the way it came out was very, oh, I don't know, and then, okay, we'll do this. And it's almost like, yeah, like trying to get that national account. So you kind of think I'm going to have a meeting with this group of people and then, okay. So then you do, and it goes really well. And I say, you know what? You should probably meet Jane in human resources. But that's in Indiana. I don't know, you're in Hawaii. I don't know. That'd be nice. But like, it's just, okay, all right, okay, I'll do that. Like this, something's been going on and on and on and on and on. And you're about to finally walk out into the sunset. Like, oh, thank God. It's all over. Okay, I'm going to look at the in-between. I'm going to see where this gets interesting. All right, thank you so much, my Aries friends. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.